Welcome to the SNN.Network Canada virtual event. I'd like to introduce our next presenter, John Dwyer, Chairman and CEO of Wondr Gaming. John, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Everybody, for taking the time to hear our story. My name is John Dwyer. I'm Chairman and CEO of Wondr Gaming. I got into the esports world as Senior VP and Head of Sales and Partnerships at Aquilini Game Co., which subsequently became a company called Luminosity, which some folks have heard of. I started Wondr about 2 years ago and partnered with two fantastic co-founders in the business. First being Mike Cotton, as you'll see in this slide here. Mike founded the analytics department at the New York Rangers, built an esports team which he scaled and then sold to the Kraft family owned the Patriots in New England. And secondarily, Max Demarais. Max recently sold his company, which was a multi-channel network, which reached over 4 billion views a month, 220 million plus subscribers. So needless to say, we understand sports, we understand analytics, and more importantly than all, we understand media and how to run an entertainment business. So Wondr Gaming is fundamentally an entertainment company. We see the video game era as it is today evolving so quickly over the past 5 years to become truly an industry that many large multinational non-endemic partners, be it telcos, banks, insurance companies, quick serve restaurants, soft drink and beyond, are all trying to understand. How do we understand the preferences of gamers? How do we know what drives preferences in this industry? And who are the people that can help steward us through this whole experience of accessing and understanding, again, the needs of all of these gamers? And quite conveniently, the age group that is most significant in the video game and esports world are the Gen Zs and millennials. So essentially from the ages of 12 to about 40 years old and all things in between. That's the area that we primarily focus on at Wondr, and that's the constituency of folks that we seek to serve, and we find are best reached through the lens of all things video games. So we are publicly traded. We've been trading on the Canadian Securities Exchange since May the 7th of this year. We've made 3 acquisitions. Our first was a company called Hot.Media. Hot.Media is really important to us because it is a large influencer network that has about 180 million followers across Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, and beyond. Primarily, its biggest following is about 112 million folks on TikTok. We are big fans of all things TikTok. We believe that the future of understanding the Gen Z and millennial category through the lens of gaming is best realized through high-quality video. And TikTok has just really hit the ball out of the park as it relates to making super engaging, easy to follow, easy to understand, and more importantly, easy to share content for people to view anywhere on the planet. Through our ownership of Hot.Media, we have access to this very vast world of influencers. And in the world of content and gaming, especially on social media, we're running campaigns that focus on helping brands integrate with the gaming community in areas that are most meaningful to them. So be it TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and beyond. And the real focus for us is how do we provide an environment where we can say to a brand like Samsung or to Bank of America or to any of these large corporations that are looking to access this demo, we can provide you 90 million views geolocated to this specific region, and we can run it over a 2-month period or 2-week or 2-month period of time and set up specific KPIs and deliverables. Having this network allows us to work with a multitude of different influencers that can bring exactly that to the table. At Wondr Gaming, we have 2 really, really important partnerships. Our first is with a company called GameLancer. So GameLancer has built the largest Gen Z and millennial network on social media, specifically on TikTok. They have a fascinating business that they've grown over 1 billion monthly views, now upwards of 23 million followers, again, geolocated to North America, the UK, and Australia. And sorry, I'm just having trouble with these slides. I encourage everybody to go on to TikTok, have a look at handles such as @gaming, @gamer, @gamelancer. These are all individual pages that GameLancer owns, and you'll see curated content videos featured throughout the balance of these pages where you're seeing authentic engagement from the gaming community. And this is not pointed towards one specific video game or one silo in this large gaming ecosystem. This is about a broad, all-encompassing entertainment approach to content that all gamers are increasingly interested in and can find and interact with on TikTok, Snapchat, and beyond. And so we have the exclusive contract with GameLancer such that we sell media across their platform. So when we're working with brands like Samsung and beyond, we're saying, look, here's the constituency of followers that, are sovereign to our platforms that we have this partnership with and sell against. And consequently, we're creating content constantly that are integrating brands that are attractive to this gaming universe. And we have the ability through what's called pixel data to show meaningful engagement beyond just understanding their demographic from a gender, age, and location, but we can even demonstrate preferences such that people are more likely to interact with specific brands, one versus the other. They're more likely to go see a certain style of movie versus another, and really be able to demonstrate what we call enriched data sets on each one of our followers and demonstrate them in a way that can show not only just a click-through, but a conversion into becoming a customer of whichever brand that we're working with. This entire universe of communicating the needs and wants of the gaming universe to these large multinational brands is done through the functionality of content. Content is king in this space. In the future of gaming is all going to come down to high quality engaging video and data to understand who your viewers are. If you can accomplish those two very singular things, then you are going to be incredibly successful in this business. Any esports or gaming adjacent companies that do not prize data and prize understanding who your audience is in the most intimate way possible as it relates to all the information that you can gather that informs their buying decisions, that informs how they're developing their preferences, then they're not going in the right direction, in our humble opinion. Since trading, we've, as I mentioned, acquired 3 companies. Our third was a company called Joybox. So Joybox is a creative content studio out of Vancouver. They work with a number of different brands: Universal Music, Uber Eats, Thorn, which is Ashton Kutcher's brand, which recently received a $200 million grant from TED. And they are just fantastic at curating content and understanding how to create virality. So they're making these videos from scratch with this community of Gen Zs and millennial folks that are very much focused on the gaming community. And what it allows for is to have authentic reach and to position content in such a way that it's meaningful to the audience that's watching it, and it doesn't feel, for lack of a better word, corny. The gaming audience is an incredibly discernible group of people. They know when they're being sold something that is not germane to their kind of regular basket of products that they're into, and so they can spot a fake really quick. And because all of the content is consumed on Twitch and on YouTube and across these social media channels that we're really focused on, such as TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat, these are experiences where people are consuming content where they can comment. And they can comment online on a variety of different platforms and express how they feel about campaigns that they're seeing. So it's not a passive viewing experience like you're watching ESPN and watching an NCAA game or a football game. This is something where you're consuming it with a keyboard right in front of you. So brands and companies such as ours are going to know really quickly what is working and what isn't working. And so Joybox has really mastered the art of that, and they're working with some of the largest brands here in North America. So to acquire them for us was just a fantastic move, because prior to owning Joybox, when we ran these campaigns, we would actually outsource the production of them. So now we've in-housed it, and it's provided a very unique approach and ability to really articulate the messaging that brands need to reach the gaming audience. Our second and of equal important relationship is with Reddit. So we are a partner of Reddit. Reddit has done a fantastic job of really reorienting their focus towards monetizing this giant following that they have. So I'm sure many folks have become familiar with Reddit over the past year with the rise of the all-informed retail investor, especially through subreddit categories such as Wall Street Bets. But there's a huge ecosystem that really constitutes the entire Reddit experience. And so that ecosystem can look at any number of variables, things like for cars, for individual sports teams, for gaming and beyond. And this subreddit culture that exists is a very powerful community that brands can sell against. And we have a contract to sell their inventory, their media, here in Canada and in the United States. We're currently in campaigns, I think 7 at the moment, going throughout the balance of the holiday season. All of which are featured across both Reddit and GameLancer's platforms. As part of our media offering and our entire entertainment focus of the business, we have been following the growth of NFTs for about 18 months now. And while Wall Street and Bay Street, respectively, here in Canada, are just kind of starting to understand NFTs, be curious about them, understand where monetization lies and what the future of the space looks like, the gaming community has known about NFTs and tokenization for quite some time. So our second company that we acquired after trading was called Enterprise Gaming, EGI, in Quebec. It is, they own and operate a fully built, white-labeled NFT platform. It's incredibly exciting business. Since acquiring them, we've spent the past 6 months building out 3 skins. We've now launched 2. Our first is our sports NFT platform, which is sports.wondernft.com. We launched our second one actually this morning, which is really exciting. Encourage everybody to go look at it. It's music.nft.com. You can go on and purchase NFTs of some of your favorite musicians, support them, and have an amazing time as it relates to getting a more intimate experience with some of your favorite authors, artists, musicians, gamers, athletes, and beyond. In order to have our platform up and operating, we had to go through a number of different iterations to actually be able to mint and sell NFTs. So we do not hold crypto on our balance sheet. And that was an important criteria for us to understand how to be able to transact in a marketplace that is inherently linked towards transacting in crypto. So we accomplished that with 3 partnerships. Our first is with Shopify. We're a Shopify Plus partner. That allows all of the folks that come onto our website to purchase NFTs through the Shopify merchant platform, and they can actually buy our NFTs with Visa or MasterCard. So that's an incredibly important opportunity. If you go on to a platform such as NBA Top Shots, these are 12 to 13 step processes that you have to endure in order to purchase the NFT. So for folks that do not understand crypto, that don't have a fundamental background in how crypto and the NFT world works, this is a very bizarre experience because you have to understand what a MetaMask is. You have to understand the functionality of a crypto wallet. With our system, you don't have to understand any of that. You come on, you like it, you buy it with your Visa or your MasterCard, and you own it. The ownership is registered on our blockchain, and then people can subsequently take the NFT and move it, sell it anywhere they want. They can move it onto OpenSea, onto any other platform, and sell it. But what our big focus was is how do we make the process of actually acquiring and owning the NFT frictionless? We want to democratize NFTs. We're creating an ecosystem in which hockey fans, NFL fans, gamers that are really endemic to the space, to golf and soccer fans can come on and have the ability to purchase NFTs that are affiliated with some of their most favorite athletes or artists. And the way that we believe you're going to accomplish that is to find a very frictionless way for folks to interact and purchase them. In order to not hold crypto on our balance sheet, the functionality of actually minting an NFT, taking it from its physical good and transposing it into the digital world, you do actually transact in crypto. So with both Dwyer and our custodian, primarily our custodian Knox, We pay them in fiat currency. They convert or mint the asset into an NFT through our technology, and then we now host it, and they pay us back in fiat, being US dollars. So we're never actually touching crypto throughout the process. And then our payment provider is a company called Dwyer out of California. And when you go onto our platform, whether it's sports.wondernft.com or music.wondernft.com, you can purchase with your credit card, as I mentioned, and that payment goes through Wire, such that, again, in the event that folks are purchasing, in some way, shape, or form with Bitcoin or ETH or anything under the sun, that's not something that gets registered on our balance sheet. We're only taking US dollars. So it's a very exciting space for us. What I think makes us stand out as it relates to the future of NFTs is that we're minting in-house. We are now the first publicly traded company in North America to be minting and selling NFTs. The first NFT that we sold was of Olympic gold medalist Damian Warner. He won the gold medal in decathlon. He was also the flag bearer for Canada at the closing ceremonies. It sold for $1,100 USD. We generate revenue by virtue of a minting cost. So all of the NFTs that we mint, we charge a small fee on. And then secondarily, we have a revenue share. In the case of Damian Warner, it was a 50-50 revenue share. We put, obviously a portion of dollars behind promoting the program. We have a laundry list of NFTs that we're launching in the new year. We've got over 27 NHL players signed up, including the Toronto Maple Leafs captain, John Tavares. We're launching tournaments, online gaming tournaments, playing Call of Duty with some of the biggest NHL stars. In order to participate in the actual online Call of Duty video game competition, you have to purchase an NFT, which you can then own afterwards to demonstrate that you took part in it. We're integrating NFTs into all of our campaigns. We really use it as a utility to create new revenue silos. And we think it's a fascinating space and one that is fundamentally misunderstood. I think NFTs, for the most part, are really seen through the lens of these big, large purchases, primarily, if not 100% of the time, in crypto, such as the Bored Ape and that entire series, where you're seeing transactions anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000 USD. That's fantastic, and it's great that folks have that kind of cash to be spending on those assets. But again, we're featuring assets on our platform for anywhere from $10 up to $1,500. So there really is a wide group of folks that can access them, and it's a huge opportunity for people to be part of this new economy and get closer to a lot of the athletes, musicians, and gamers that they're so fond of. Our last revenue silo is our loyalty and rewards platform. So because we're in the business of creating all of this awesome content, the videos that we create for our clients that millions and millions of folks around the world are watching on a daily basis, they are featured on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and the long laundry list of other platforms that I had mentioned. And so what we saw was we were making these fantastic videos, and once the campaign was done, people are coming back to watch them over and over again. And the same way that I would rewatch a Seinfeld episode, people that are really into gaming are coming back to watch these campaign videos over again. They share them on social media. And so we had the idea, we said, well, there should be a way for us to engage with our audience more by utilizing the content we've already created. And so we did that by launching our loyalty and rewards platform. And so when you go to WonderRewards.com, and it's being, we're iterating, it's growing more and more each day, we're uploading our content onto the platform to encourage people to come and watch it. So if you're watching it on Snapchat or TikTok or wherever it may be, you can come to our platform and watch it. And for doing what you're already doing, you're going to earn reward points. So people come onto our platform, they log in, and for the videos that they're watching, and we do limit it because we don't want to obviously over allocate these points. But so for folks that come on and they watch 10 videos in a day, we know that we have them there for 25 minutes. We're going to reward them X amount of points for actually watching. And then through that process, we can mine a significant amount of data as to where preferences reside on what videos people are watching. We're advertising on the platform programmatically, which is a new revenue silo. And then in addition to that, we're just we do additional direct media campaigns where we're curating new videos. We have partnerships with a lot of large brands, sneaker companies, Fujifilm, and a number of others, such that folks that are on our platform that are watching these videos and redeeming the points, they are fully redeemable, and they can use them to do things such as order skip the dish, order food to their home through one of the delivery apps, or to buy a pair of their favorite sneakers, to purchase NFTs. So what it really does is round out our ecosystem. But because we have so many of these videos that we're creating and folks love them, from an economic standpoint, we fundamentally understood that they become like this exhausted utility, and we're not monetizing them anymore. So we said we have to figure out a way to continue to monetize our videos, and that's what we're doing with our loyalty and reward platform. So it's very exciting. There are lots of people in this space that are monetizing and driving, larger and new experiences for the gaming community through creative content and media. There are people getting into the NFT business. We're the only public one, obviously, but there's lots of folks in the NFT business that are, doing amazing things in music, sports, and gaming. And of course, the loyalty and rewards world is one that has been incredibly successful in many other industries. But we're the first company to really package these all together and have it exist in one ecosystem. And for us, it's a very unique and simple way for us to look at everything we do through the lens of content and data. Whether we're doing content programs hosted with GameLancer or Reddit, we're looking at the data, we're looking at who our audience is, and we're looking at how do we get the highest amount of click-throughs and consumption rate for our clients. When we're looking at NFTs, it's the same thing. We're understanding the audience, and we're providing a product that is enriched, that is cool, that is normally geared towards video, and it's something that allows us to generate data such that we can provide that to our customers, being these large brands, to help them better understand their audience. And then lastly, the loyalty and reward platform accomplishes a very similar function such that we're generating more and more information data sets on who our followers are, and we're using a utility, being these videos we've already created, and we're monetizing them once again. So from that perspective, I think we've got a very de-risked way to be in this industry with very low overheads and fantastic margins. So we're very excited for everybody to see what we have in store for 2022. On to the cap table and some investment highlights. I've got about 3 minutes here before we open it up to questions. So Wondr Gaming, as I mentioned, has been publicly traded since May the 7th. We've done 3 financings, raised an aggregate of a little over $13 million. We're currently raising $10 million through a private placement, non-brokered. The raise is at 20 cents with a half warrant at 30 cents. The financing is being led by the Chrétien-Desmarais family, one of Canada's most powerful and wealthy families. We're incredibly blessed and excited to have their full support and the support of their family office. This financing will be used for the purposes of acquisitions. As I mentioned, we've made 3 so far this year, and we have a big one on the horizon that we're really excited to share the news with everyone about. So with that, I am going to open it up to questions, and I see that there are 4 questions here. I'm just looking at where I can find them. Answer. So question number 1 is, what is your vision for the company in the next 12 months? Where would you like to be? This industry is one that is largely defined by being acquisitive. I think you have to strike a balance between organic growth and acquiring assets that are themed centrally to what you as a business is trying to accomplish. In our case, through our acquisition of Hot Dot Media, it provided us a huge influencer network. Our acquisition of Enterprise Gaming provided us the all-important NFT platform. And lastly, our acquisition of Joybox has given us the in-house creative content capabilities to really eliminate these externalities around our campaigns such that we can drive down the cost of programs and drive up our EBITDA margin. We have a big acquisition on the horizon, again, which we're really excited to tell everybody about. The use of proceeds from this financing that we're raising will be to make the acquisition and beyond. Our forecast will be coming out shortly. We're in the absence of further acquisition. anticipating a little over 10 million USD in revenue for the coming year. We have so many campaigns that we're in on this month that we're actually now pushing them into Q1. We, to be completely frank, did not anticipate our business growing as quickly as it has. Q4 has just been incredible for us. We've had such an amazing reception in the marketplace, North America wide. We're now launching campaigns in Australia, in the UK. This business is growing really, really quickly. We've got an amazing team. And part of these acquisitions, by the way, is not just about buying the assets and their reach, but it's just as much about acquiring businesses and the people that work there. Of all the 3 acquisitions we've made to date and all subsequent acquisitions, folks have a minimum of an 18-month escrow period. We've gone as high as 27 months. There has been very little in the way of upfront cash. Our most recent deal did feature upfront cash, but that was met by a receivable. And future deals will inherently have upfront cash, but again, we try to very much limit it, and the cash components are tied towards milestones, as is the release of equity. And I think of equal importance, of all the assets we've acquired to date, we've made all the founders sign or asked and compelled all of the founders and owners of the business to sign a 2-year employment agreement. And so it really gets people engaged. We're not interested in purchasing companies, assets where the founders just orphan them. We think that's very much a recipe for disaster. So somebody has asked, do film and photo libraries represent a potential acquisition for Wondr? I think for us, there is a potential there. I think what we'd rather do and what we have done historically is to partner with these groups. The value of owning these assets as we see them is not in the physical state. And even when they are NFTs and minted on our platform, we do not hold them on our balance sheet. We're essentially hosting them on our platform and then selling them at a revenue share. So that's not really a focus of ours, but however, we are, very open to exploring the idea of photo libraries and having their ownership. But again, we more so like to see that side of the business on a partnership basis. I think that's in that case, it helps us de-risk it. I think if you go out and buy an asset of that nature, you're assuming a tremendous amount of risk. There's a lot of upfront cash without understanding the demand schedule. And a big thing for the NFT world, we're starting to see campaigns out there fail. And I think that the campaigns that folks are launching where they're minting NFTs and selling them that are failing are ones that don't have a promotional experience associated with them, such that you understand who your audience is. You're putting meaningful budget behind marketing. You're doing advertising on whether it be TikTok, Snapchat, Twitch, and beyond to really market the product to your audience. Just assuming that you can mint these NFTs and there's going to be a natural demand schedule is just not proven to be the case. So we think we're also very well situated to be successful in this industry because we're not just an NFT business. We are an entertainment company with a big media business that's growing that we can use to shine a spotlight on each of these assets that we mint and sell into the marketplace. The last question is, most companies in the NFT space seem to be focusing on the sales of NFTs themselves. Is Wondr doing the same, or are you doing something different? Yeah, I mean, look, we are focused on the sale of NFTs. We're a revenue-first business like any business should be, but we tend to focus on NFTs as a utility, and I can give you a great example of that. So we're working with a big rapper in the United States. In Q2 of this coming year, we're going to be releasing a song of his where we're minting one of 50,000. So we'll be releasing 50,000 NFTs in the form of a song. If you purchase the NFT for $4.99, you then get first right of refusal on lower bowl tickets at one of his upcoming 16 shows. Now you've bought the song. If you buy your ticket by virtue of an NFT, you're now standing at the event, at the concert, and you hold 2 NFTs. And if you're one of those lucky people, you then get to purchase a third NFT to go to an after party after the concert and meet your favorite artist. So what we've done is what was previously one transaction and then potentially somebody going to your show, we've linked it all together. Again, it's this campaign theme that's built on data. We understand who the fan is, and we understand the fact that they are highly inclined to go see the show by virtue of the fact that they purchased the song. And so we can now track all of that and put it together and drive new revenue streams and help the artist and everybody in the transaction understand the fan more and help the fan have a much closer relationship with the artist. So I think that's a lot of the confusion about NFTs is understanding what it is they do. We see it as a utility. It is a retention product. Use NFTs to better understand your audience and use them to drive new revenue streams. So with that, I think I'm at my half-hour segment. I just want to thank everybody for taking the time to listen. Again, Wondr Gaming Corp, our ticker is WDR. We're traded here in Canada on the CSE. Lots of great growth ahead. And again, really appreciate it, and have yourself a lovely day.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This does conclude today's presentation. Thank you for tuning in.